around it. And up in here, in there, believe it or not, there's a birdhouse. And then I just put this around it. And that hole goes up into where the birdhouse hole is. So I went out on a call one day with Dennison. He's no longer with the Coast Guard, I don't think. Anyway, we were out with his boat. Come on, get out of there. And sure as shit, a call comes across the radio. We hear it. So he calls in to the station and saying, we're right there. So we'll head over. And as we're going over, the fireboat was on their way, and they seen us, and they said that they seen them, but they can't tow. They're not allowed to tow. Come on. So you're going to let somebody drown because you can't tow? Come on. You know, you're going to let a boat capsize? Because out in the Sound here, you get yourself your west winds, and you got a small boat, which they did. It may have been maybe 12 feet. They shouldn't have been out to start with. Not out there and that. Not as far out as they were. But they were new boaters. They had no idea. They were going out to fish. The wife couldn't even speak English. Anyway, we find them. We pull up to them. Denny's on the radio saying that we found them and we're there. I'm looking at her and I'm talking to him. But she is turning gray. She's seasick, big time. All right? And that's serious. So I says to them, it won't start. No. Do you know what's wrong with it? No. Can you be out of gas? What's that? You know what I mean? And then I says, do you guys feel all right? And she looks at him and then looks at me. Now, I don't know if she's not understanding or what, but I know that her color was not normal. So while Ray is on the phone or on the radio with the Coast Guard, because they didn't have a radio, they didn't have nothing. They were just doing this every time they see a boat. And at first, I found out that they weren't even doing that. They were just sitting there. These people should not have been on the boat. Anyway, to make a long story short, I told Ray, I'm throwing him a line. We're going to tow him in. We can't leave him out here. Now, once we tow a line, or throw him a rope, a line, we're responsible for him. Denny didn't like throwing lines that much, but it wasn't going to happen. I don't care if it was his boat or not. But Denny, she's seasick. You got to get him in. We'll take him into the Branford Boat Club, Yacht Club, I says, and tie him up. At least there they can get water and get off the boat for a few minutes and decide how they're going to work it from there. So it takes a regular BNC, and it should work with a cell phone antenna because they're within the same frequency somewhat, especially these older ones. Put this on. There we go. Now, if we take this, put that there. What I do with that other cord? I just had it in my hand. There it is. This is a power cord, so I don't have to use batteries. And we should only go one way here. And let's put some power on this puppy. Power on the puppy. So Valerie should know a little bit about GPSs and things. I think she was at one time an installer for airplanes, which has to be certified and recertified and recertified and so on and so forth. Nobody can actually repair a radio for a plane or anything unless they're certified to do so. The same with installations. To work on a plane, to do its normal schedule and maintenance. Yeah. And wiring. Your GPSs to your navigation. You have your in and your out. Your data wires. And your out wire goes to your in wire on the other unit. And its out wire goes to your in wire. They don't go in to in or out to out. And people think that, you know, oh, this one says out, this one says out. They must go together. No. Out to in. In to out. You know, that type of thing. Where are we here? Let's bring it up to about 12. Yeah, that's good. Now let's put on the power and see what happens.